a tail lamp must be placed on the rear of the first train, and after the engines have been started and the vacuum recreated, it is ready to continue on its journey. The second train has now to be shunted into a siding where it will remain for a short time. Since, in this case, it must move backwards a short distance and forwards for a longer one, the shunter will ride in the cab, which will now leave, and the driver will propel the train for the first part of the movement. The vacuum brake has been tested and the handbrake released. The shunter must watch all signals, use the horn when necessary, and be ready to apply the guard vacuum brake in an emergency. As the train clears the points, the driver stops the train, throttles right back, reverses the drives, and as the points change, is ready to drive forward into the siding. Meanwhile, our other train has entered a section where the signals are not track-sensitive and is checked by a signal which has neither a telephone nor a fireman's call plunger. After waiting 2 minutes, the guard buzzes 5 times to the driver in accordance with the code to inform him that he is leaving the train to carry out Rule 55. But if the signal has a telephone, it is now the driver's duty to carry out Rule 55. In this case, he is not leaving charge of the train, and he need only destroy the vacuum and ensure the compartment door is locked. He should leave the control switch on and the engines running. After contacting the signal box, he returns to the train. The working of diesel trains over single lines has called for an alteration to the token exchange arrangements. And for these trains, the exchange of staff or token must take place only when they are stationary. Remember, when accepting a staff, to check that it is the correct one for the section. After the staff has been handed over, the train must not proceed until it is signalled onto the single line. At the other end of the section, the train must be stopped and the staff handed over to the signalman. Here is one of the uses of the dead man's button on the other side of the cab. Providing it is depressed within 5 seconds of releasing the throttle, it delays air entering the timing chamber. The train can now continue on its journey. It is important to remember that diesel trains run very quietly. A two-tone horn is fitted, both tones of which should be used for a warning, one after the other, to avoid the sound of being confused with the horn of a car. A single note must be used for routing or other codes. It is essential to give adequate warning to gangers and anyone else working on or near the running lines. They are instructed to acknowledge your horn with a wave of the arm so that you know that it has been heard. On lines where these trains do not normally run, it is also necessary to use the horn when approaching gangers' huts, all types of crossings, curves, at buildings near the track, and at all bridges and viaducts.